Hello everyone. Today we're in Cranbrook, which is one of my favourite villages in Kent. I've been looking forward to coming here again since the summer. The reason we're not doing any hikes at the moment is the rainfall in Kent has been so bad that it's practically impossible. I mean, you just end up, in a bit of a quagmire of mud on most of the hikes that I still haven't done. So we're sort of changing it a little bit. We're going to be doing a bit in London and a bit in Kent and some hotel stays and stuff like that, which I kind of explained in the last film if you saw it. But yeah, anyway, today we're in Cranbrook, which is a beautiful Kent village. So let's get on with it. Are you looking at the viewfinder the whole time? The lady I spoke to kind of gave me permission to go inside the church. I said that I always feel a bit funny filming inside churches because it feels a bit disrespectful, but she assured me that it was absolutely fine and that there was a tree festival going on. So let's have a look at that. This is absolutely beautiful. You know me, I love a church. And I love a stained glass window. There's Christmas trees everywhere. As the lady outside was saying, they're having a tree festival, and she said you should go in and it will get you in the Christmas spirit. And I have to say it has a little bit. It's just so nice to see traditions being kept alive at a time where it feels quite often that we're losing a lot of them. I think there might be a choir practice going on as well, some sort of practice, so I don't want to interrupt them. Oh, chandelier. They're real candles. Old style pulpits. Right, I'm going to leave them to it because Well, that was really lovely in there. I really like it. I like the old churches, and you know, I was brought up a Roman Catholic, and although I'm lapsed now, I still have a fondness. As you know, if you've watched the channel, I've obviously got a fondness for history and tradition, but I do have a fondness for churches. Now, let me show you this up here. Might have to expand. I might have to expand. But look at that up there. Over just above the clock there. That's quite a... Almost looks like he's holding a scythe, like the angel of death. Surely not. Surely not. I'll have to look that up. It must be getting to lunchtime because there seem to be quite a lot of school kids around. Oh, some lovely looking baklava in there. Do you know what I love? I love to see a butcher's, because you don't see them anymore. It's, you know, actual butcher's shops you don't get to see hardly ever. And when I see one, it just takes me back to back to the past, I suppose. Back to when I was young. It looks like an alleyway worth investigating. Nice bistro there. Got a few nice little restaurants and bistros. Oh wow. That's lovely. This is the Strict Baptist Chapel car park. Where you can receive a free Bible. What an incredible front door. Now this house here, Millview, this is a bit of a giveaway of why we've come up the hill. The reason I brought you up here is this. I think this is the closest I've ever been to a windmill. Absolutely amazing. I think this must be the windmill that the plaque back down in the high street talks about, that was left by the mill owner as long as it was kept for posterity. That is absolutely banging. That's made my day, that is. I've never seen a windmill up that close before. Let's see if I can get it in shot as I walk away. Morning. Look at that. I'm trying to do the camera angle, I can't get it in. There you go. A windmill. That's a first for this channel. Don't think we've ever had a windmill before. I absolutely love this sweet shop, Mrs. Potts. I love the look of that. Purveyors of perfection in confection. I love that. How wonderful. Like I say, there's quite a few nice little restaurants down here and bistros that look like they would be worth a visit. And yet more history. Now that's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? Crook's Law. I like that. That's a good name. That's a Greek restaurant over there. That would make sense. Greek or Turkish? Yeah, Greek and fusion. Let's go and get a cup of coffee. I think there's something wrong with the camera. It keeps, normally when you flip the viewfinder it immediately starts recording and it's not doing that. But, so I've just been talking for 10 minutes and none of it's recorded. Anyway, this is an absolutely banging cup of coffee. This cafe is called Arthur's. And yeah, if you want a good coffee, come here. Quite kind of strange for me to be sitting there talking to myself on camera. I've never done this before, where I've done it in a public area. So it does really. I've said this before. It takes a bit of getting used to. You've got to get over your nerves and your anxiety and just do it. So I'm doing it, and hopefully this will help going forward. Make some better films, make some more interesting films. So after we've had this coffee, I think we'll take a little walk back up the high street, and then probably make our way home, unless you find anything else really interesting to go and look at. I've actually got to stir this coffee because the powder, I keep sort of inhaling it and and it's making me choke. But yeah, what an absolutely lovely town. The lady at the church corrected me and said it's not a village. I called it a village, and she said it's not a village, it's a town because of the amount of people that live here. So I stand corrected on that one. And so yeah, what a lovely town, Cranbrook. Come here. I would definitely come here. One of the other things she said, the lady at the church, she said that there are festivals all year round. If you go on the website, the Cranbrook sort of website, you will find, over the year what festivals there are. So that's definitely worth a look at. People keep walking in here, and I'm sitting here on my own at a massive table talking to myself. It's absolutely. Anyway, tell me if you've ever been here. Tell me if you've been to Cranbrook and what you thought of it. Or tell me if you live here and if you love it. I can't imagine you wouldn't love it if you lived here. But yeah, let me know. So yeah, if you find yourself down here, definitely get into Arthur's, because that coffee was absolutely banging. That was a really good coffee. I think it's a real shame that pub shut down. Like I say, when I was here back in May, that was still open, I'm sure. So that's unfortunate. But you've still got the George Hotel over here, which is a Shepherd Neame pub or hotel. It's always a shame when you see the pub, the focal point of a village, closing down or disappearing. But it does rather seem that that's the way all over the country at the moment. Which is why I think it always matters so much, and I probably bang on about it too often in my films, about keeping hold of the heritage and the history of this country and its traditions. What lovely colour. Really nice paint. There's so many little independent shops here as well. That's another thing I love. All the independent venues and shops. It's not all franchises of bigger companies, which, that suggests it's local people. It's people that, have put their heart and soul into their own little businesses, and I love that. I think that's so massively important to this country. Another butcher's. That's 2 butchers in one village, and I can't remember the last time I saw one butcher in a village, let alone two. Look at the size of those cakes, they're bloody massive. Oh, massive. I'm going to get one, sod it. Oh yeah. I had to come in. I've never seen big cakes this big. Are they still? I don't know if they're called Chelsea buns. These?
These ones?
Yeah. No, these ones with the icing.
Belgian buns.
Can I have a Belgian bun, please? Cheers. That's it. Thank you.
It's £1.75.
Thanks, mate. Oh, sorry.
Thank you. That's all gone through.
Lovely. Thank you very much. You too. Well, all the calories I've just walked off, I'm now about to put back on because I had to have one of those Belgian buns. As the young girl in that shop corrected me, they're not Chelsea buns, they're Belgian buns. And they were massive. They were massive, and only £1.75. So that's what I call a bargain. Well, as long as they taste alright, I suppose, but they look pretty good to me. Anyway, so we're back at the free car park. Which, as I say, is absolutely huge. There's also quite a large co-op over there. So just as I got back to the car, my bag split and I very, very nearly lost my beautiful Belgian bun. nearly dropped it on the floor. But fortunately, the bag was strong enough to save it. Right, so I really enjoyed that. That was a lovely walk. Got a lovely coffee as well. Nice bit of cake, which can't be sniffed at. And what an absolutely lovely town. I mean, that is as traditional a town as you're going to get. Certainly in Kent, it's one of my favourites. So thanks for joining us if you got to the end. Do come back next time. Like I've said in previous films recently, you know, the plan is to do some hotels and some villages, maybe go back to some London walks like the old days. It's just a case of really trying to gain the confidence of walking around and talking to camera. You do get the weirdest looks, but you know, you just got to get over it because I don't really think anyone cares. So thanks for joining us. Tell me if you've lived in Cranbrook or if you've been here or if you want to come here. Let me know. Let me know what you think of the place, and because I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. If I could live here, I would. But yeah, let me know. And until next time, take care.